How's it going, guys? Average Adam back here with part 2 of our Dark Souls Remastered live stream slash walkthrough. Gonna give it another crack tonight. Um, our last one, our part 1, came hot off the heels of us finishing up Dark Souls 3, so I wasn't preparing to finish Dark Souls 3 as quick as I did, so I wasn't really prepared to jump into this, and I think that showed in the pretty poor commentary, in all honesty, and not really being prepared for a build or anything that I wanted to do. So hopefully I've had a night to sleep on it, so I've got a little bit of a better direction of where we're going to go. So last episode we sort of fumbled through the undead parish, so we're going to, or the undead settlement. Can't remember what it's called now. And we were about to get killed, so I retreated to a bonfire. So we're just going to try and re-tackle that area again. But I noticed the subscribers have gone up a fair bit again, guys. Like, that's really cool to see. I think we're nearly at, I think we're well and truly over 60 now. So that's really cool to see. So for every newcomer and new subscriber, I appreciate the sub. Shows me that what I'm doing isn't completely terrible. So at least I know some of you guys are enjoying it. Okay. So I'm going to bring this guy just out here because I don't want to be dealing with the channeler that's up the top there. He's the guy who shot me with the magic last time. So I really don't want to deal with that. So I'll fight him out here, out in the open. Okay. Now he's too big for us to backstab, but can do little bits of damage here and there. So you'll notice that, as I said, I touched on it a bit in the last stream, but you'll notice it's very much a wait and bait sort of strategy. Like, wait for them to finish their attack and then punish, rather than sort of all-out aggression. Which, guys, it got me killed in the last stream, and it's gonna get me killed in this one, because I'm just so... my playstyle is very aggressive, and that comes from me playing Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 as my first Souls game, so it's pretty hard to break your muscle memory and to play these games the way you try and go against the grain for how the game wants you to play. So we'll see how we go. Alright. Jeez, guys, I tell you what, we're going to need a new weapon ASAP, because our sword is terrible. I know it's nothing fancy, it's just, I think it's just a straight sword, but anyway. Okay, so Firekeeper Soul. So that will strengthen our Estus Flask, so that'll take us to +1. Or, alternatively, if you wanted to use it for whatever reason, you can, for something other than Estus. Ah, damn it. Okay. I didn't want to do that, I just wanted to activate the shortcut. Alternatively, if you did want to use it for something other than strengthening your Estus, it gives you 5 humanity. So, I mean, stronger Estus Flask or 5 humanity, I think I know what I prefer. Okay. But the shortcut, you know, it's open now, so we're back at Firelink Shrine. So I may as well go use the Firekeeper Soul. So, guys, you'll notice that a difference with Dark Souls 1 right off the bat compared to, like, Dark Souls 3 and everything like that, is that think of this world just being, like, sandwiched on top of each other. So, like, there's a lot of areas that, like, join together and interconnect. So there's more than one way to approach each area. So, you know, it makes, you know, if you know the map well enough, you can travel pretty effectively without needing to warp, which is not something you unlock until sort of the mid-game. So this playthrough / live stream, guys, is going to be a pretty long one, because there's a lot of travelling in between different areas. So, Light B-Man in the chat, welcome. Use it for humanity. No, I'm not doing it. It's not worth it. Okay. So yeah, there are a lot of shortcuts, multiple branching paths to get you to the same areas. So Yeah, it's just a giant sandwich, basically. Dark Souls 1. Okay. Alright. I think these guys are called like Boulder Knights or something, from memory. Not too difficult. If you're doing a dex build, if you can get them, if you get lucky enough and they drop their sword, it's called the Boulder Side Sword, but everyone in the community just calls it the Boulder Swag Sword for whatever reason. But it's actually meant to be a pretty good dex weapon. Alright. Here we go. So the channeler in there's just done his stupid sort of dance. I don't know if you guys saw it on the side of the screen there, but basically he's buffed all these enemies, so they hit a lot harder now, so I've got to be really, really careful. Especially with the a million year Estus animation that... Okay. Get into a narrow corridor and make it a little bit easier for ourselves. In a narrow corridor, it doesn't matter if they've got superior numbers, it's not going to matter. Bit of strategy there. Alright. I think that's all of them. If not, there might be a few stragglers here and there. Now these channelers, these guys are considered a unique enemy, so they don't respawn when you kill them, thankfully. And you definitely want to watch out for that trident attack that he just did. And he's just jumped off the edge. Alright, so I'm going to have to go down and kill him. That trident spinning attack that he just did, a lot of the times in this early game, it can one-shot you, so really, really important to not get hit by it if you can avoid it. I did also come to the decision, guys, that while I have been streaming sort of every night, I realised that that's not really sustainable. So I've decided that I'm not going to stream on Sunday nights. Every other night I will, but Sunday nights I think it'll sort of be my day off, I suppose, and hopefully it'll sort of help me better plan out, like, I don't know, commentary and plans for these episodes, so, or these streams. So that will be the plan going forward. So six streams a week is still pretty good. So I thought, you know, I'll give myself one day off a week, because I don't want to get burnt out when I'm doing it. So okay. Hey, Gus Bass in the chat. Welcome back. Must be having a ripper of a Saturday night if you're watching me play video games. Alright, so normally you can't open that cell door, but with the master key you can. Well, you can still open the cell door, but you need to get a different key. So with the master key you can sort of bypass that. So that is the go. Now that guy in there in the gold armor, I'm going to kill him once he gets back to Filing Shrine, because that he drops a really good ring, and it's a ring that we'll be using throughout the rest of the game, so better to just get it early and get it over with. Okay, so I'm not going to go up there yet. That's the way to the boss fight for this area, and the first bell of awakening to ring. So before we go up there, I am just going to make sure I kill the channeler, so I don't have to... Whoop, here he is. So I don't have to deal with him again, because once he's dead, that's it. Sometimes they drop their weapon, but obviously not this time. Is Dark Souls 1 ragdoll physics. They're the best. Just take him with me the whole way. Alright, so but before we get too far into that, we're going to head back down to Firelink. In terms of the build, guys, I think I'm probably just going to do... I'm going to probably just do a quality build, which is strength and dexterity. It'll basically allow us to pretty much use every weapon, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to... Endgame is going to be around about 40 strength and anywhere from 30 to 35 dexterity. We'll just see how we go for levels. But... yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking, because I've got a couple of weapons in mind that I want to use. The Claymore is one, which we picked up last episode, so... Will I hit the 69 subs tonight? It would be cool to do that. It would be really cool to do that. I have to do my 69 subscriber special. Okay. So, funnily enough, we actually had enough to use the Claymore. So we've got enough strength now to use it, so... I think, well, it's literally a bigger version of the straight sword we were just using, so... It's in the great sword family, rather than just the straight sword, so... I think there's like straight swords, and then there's like all the subcategories like curved swords and all this stuff, but then there's like great swords, which I suppose the Claymore would be considered, and then, you know, you've got like your ultra great swords and stuff like that. But anyway, I reckon, you know, guys, it's actually not a bad weapon, so I reckon this might be our weapon of choice. So we'll just we'll see how we go. But I do just want to take the time again, guys, just to say that I really appreciate all the support I've been getting from doing these streams. It's been really cool. So for everyone who's been tuning in and who's been watching and being active in the chat, hey, there we go, dropped a rapier. Yeah, it's been really cool. So thanks, guys, for having my back and supporting me whilst I've been doing these streams. So. Oh, it's got range, but not that much range. Oh, there we go. Our damage is, you know, it's still, you know, average, but hey, average Adam. But it will get better. So the Claymore is predominantly a strength weapon. So see how we go. Okay, they should be all dead. Okay, up the ladder, and then up another ladder, just because why not? And now that we hit a bit harder, guys, we'll see if we can do this boss first try. So this is probably like your first main boss of Dark Souls Remastered. So you don't have to fight these guys first. You can journey down further into the map and ring the second bell first, but I reckon, you know, it's a lot harder to do it that way. So I forgot about the reach on that thing. There we go, nice. So I actually wasn't intending to do that, but that's just how it worked out. So some enemies in this game will actually drop unique weapons if you cut off like their tail, or it's usually their tail, or something like that. So I actually wasn't intending to get that, but we've got the Gargoyle's halberd, I think it's called. Okay. Which actually sort of limits his attacks as well, because okay. Gotta be more careful. So when he has his tail, he's normally very he'll jump up in the air like he has been doing, and he'll swing it around a lot. Like he'll swing his tail around, and it can be pretty hard to block. So yeah, so normally he would swing his tail because it's got the axe on the end. Okay. So now the fight turns into a 2-on-1, guys. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep my shield up here because this is not really looking good. Shield's good to block physical damage, not so good at blocking fire. Okay, guys, it has been a really long time since I've fought these two, so you're probably noticing me getting my ass handed to me a little bit here, but hopefully once I can get my spacing right, this shouldn't be too bad, but we'll just see. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, okay. Yep. So, guys, we took the L there. It's not like a hard boss per se, but yeah. I say that as I just got my absolute shit pushed in, but anyway, we will try again. It's the name of the game. Okay. I will just quickly see if I've got any spare humanity. Yes, I do. So I'm just going to quickly use this. And just because I want to go back to being human. Okay. So now that I'm human, I can actually show off like the multiplayer aspects of this game. So it's very similar, like Dark Souls 3. I suppose you could say that Dark Souls 3 is similar to this, technically, because this came first. But you had to be embered in Dark Souls 3 to be able to do multiplayer and stuff like that. But in this, obviously, embered wasn't a thing. So you've got to be in your human form to be able to do co-op or invade and things like that. So, but obviously, dying. If you die, you then are no longer in human form. So you just got to sort of balance it, I suppose. Okay. Is he gonna drink? Yes, he is. Roasted like a marshmallow. Yeah, not far off. Not far off. That's what happens. One breathes fire and the other one just smashes you with the axe. Alright. Wait for them to come to us. We take them down. Just like a bunch of lemmings. Look at them just running to their death. Alright. So I will quickly show off the co-op aspect of this game. It's not something I'll be doing at every boss fight, but I may as well show it off in the early game rather than the late game. If it's worked. Okay, it has. So Knight Solaire, so everyone's favourite NPC. We met him in the first episode and he said, you know, hey guys, if you need any help, I'm here to help you out. So he should be summoned in. Yep. So he's going to help us in this boss fight. Oh, okay. I forgot. Ah, yeah, because it's a new fight, his tail's back. So just like in Dark Souls 3, the bosses become harder if you summon. So it's important to keep that in mind, that yes, while summoning can make it a little bit easier, it can also make it harder. So if you're struggling against a boss because they're hitting too hard or whatever it is, this doesn't always make it easier. But in this instance, it has made it a lot easier. And he's not only going to help me put damage on them, he's also going to be a really good distraction. So just like that, guys, that's how easy it is. So Sunlight Metal, praise the sun, thanks for that, buddy. And a nice 10k souls. So now that that's done, we're going to head up and ring our first bell. So I suppose that's probably a pretty... It's sort of a pretty big main step, or one of the main steps to heading towards the end game. So you've got to ring 2 bells of awakening, then you've got to get the Lord Vessel, then you've got to defeat the Lords and fill the Lord Vessel with their souls in order to challenge the final boss. So step 1 of many. So that's the first bell. So we've got 1 left. Now this one was the easy one. The second one... the second one's a bit harder to get to, but we'll get there. Not in this stream, but we'll definitely get there. Okay. So this guy's a bit of a weirdo, so I usually just run past him. Alright. Got to do all this backtracking. Yeah, that's what I do, Gus. It definitely wasn't because I summoned in an NPC that I was able to do that fight. It was just all me. Alright. So that's done. So we're going to head back down to Filing. So we will be coming back up here, but I do want to come and do something down here first. So in this, guys, so we need to keep our eye out for 6 more Firekeeper souls as well. So in this game, weirdly enough, your Estus can only be enforced up to +7 instead of +10. I don't know why, but it was never really explained or anything that I know of. So yeah, I don't know. It's very weird. I don't know why they did it like that, but anyway, we'll just live with it. Okay. So here's going to be, I think after you ring the first bell is what triggers him, but we'll see. Where is he? Okay, he's not here yet, but he will be here soon. So that guy that we rescued in the cell up there, he will turn up here, and I suppose it's up to you guys if you end up playing along or you've played, whether or not you want to do his questline. I personally don't, because in the questline he actually kills the Firekeeper, and without the Firekeeper you can't actually use this bonfire. So yeah, I just prefer him just to be dead, in all honesty, because I don't like dealing with the shrine with no Firekeeper. Okay, so a little bit more health, a bit more stamina. Okay, and a little bit more strength. So while I'm waiting for him to turn up, I mean, there's nothing stopping me from going back up here and fighting him in his cell, but I prefer to kill him down there because you can do a little bit of cheese and just kick him off the edge, and obviously he dies from the fall. So it's an easy way to get the item without actually having to fight him. But the ring is actually going to be really helpful for us. So I reckon you know, guys, just for a laugh and watching me get killed, I'm just going to go up here and just fight him. Why not? Oh, not quite enough to finish him off, but very close. Okay, that me hitting the wall just did it. I don't know how, but anyway. Alright. So we'll go back and we'll mess this guy up. Oh. Yeah, sorry guys, I know it's probably not the most exciting thing in the world, but I do want to try and set this up so we can have the best time trying to get through this game. So if I get the ring now, it makes our lives a little bit easier. So we'll see how we go. So 10 Estus. It's only +1, but anyway. Hopefully it's enough to carry us through. Oh, come on. There we go. Right, so if I remember correctly, he should still be in his cell. And he's not. Okay, what the hell's going on? Usually if he's not in his cell, he's at the shrine, so I don't know where he is. I've got no idea. Okay guys, well we came all the way up here for nothing. I don't know what to say there. I don't know where he could have come from, or where he could have gone. But anyway, moving on. There is another NPC that we can go and kill and try and get his ring. A lot more dangerous though, to try and get him rather than fighting Lautrec. So we'll see how we go. We'll push forward a little bit. Okay. And someone else rings the bell. Good on him. Okay. So everyone's favourite blacksmith. See other people sitting at the bonfire. Always a cool feature, seeing like their spectres.
Well,
so Andre, obviously a returning character. Alright, so we can reinforce our weapon, our claymore, which I reckon we're going to do because I think, yep, we're going to get it to +2. Oh, and +3. Nice. Awesome. That was really cool, guys. That's good. You will notice that you can also reinforce armor. This is something that they got rid of after the first game. I'm not sure why, but I mean, it makes it pretty cool. But I mean, there are some armors in the game that you can't reinforce, special armors and whatnot, and armors that already have really, really high defense. But it's actually really cool to be able to reinforce armor. So some armors go to +10, others only go to +5. So okay, you know what, guys? I was going to fight him, but I'm not going to because we still don't hit very hard. All right. So this that's actually a Titanite demon as well. So this dank dark place is Dark Root Garden. Got these little plant things, little shrubs. So they drop different mosses. So the purple one stops poison, and there's a purple one with flowers that stops toxic, and there's a red one that stops bleed. Like, it's all, yeah. But anyway. Okay. So Dark Root Basin. So just basically a big drop and then a big open area. So gonna make sure that we don't come off the sides here. Okay. There is also a fairly tough enemy in here as well, so I do just want to make sure I'm on my game for him because he can one-shot. Ah, okay. Fair enough. So we'll see how we go. Alright. So we'll run down here, and we'll pick up another shield. So it's the Grass Crest shield, and it'll boost our stamina recovery. So alright. The disappointment was real. It was. I was like, oh. Alright, so this is a Black Knight. They're very, very tough. So you gotta really, really watch them, because one sort of flurry like that, and they can kill you. So we're gonna do the usual Dark Souls thing. Keep our shield up and circle around and just backstab him to death. So, and guys, if we're really, really lucky, I'm talking real lucky, he might actually drop his weapon. So that's the Black Knight halberd. Now, I didn't really touch on Black Knight weapons in Dark Souls 3, but in Dark Souls 1, they were ridiculously overpowered, like to the point of it just being absolutely ridiculous, like just crazy. Basically, if you're lucky enough to get a Black Knight weapon, you're going to be on easy street for the game. Basically, like they hit that hard. It's stupid. And we didn't get it, which I'm kind of glad, because if we did get it, I would be using it, and it would make the playthrough very easy. The Black Knight weapons just hit ridiculously hard. They do require a lot of parameters to use them, like you need a lot of strength to be able to use them. But anyway, there's our Grass Crest shield. Now you'll see off to the side there what they actually block. Now, the Grass Crest shield doesn't block 100% physical, which is a little bit of a bummer, honestly. But look, it doesn't really matter, because I'll trade that off for a bit of chip damage when I block, for being able to get my stamina back a bit quicker. So, guys, we're going to be using this shield for the end of the game. I know it's pretty boring, but most people who play through use the shield because it's just that good. So there wasn't the same ring variety in this game than there is in the later games. Like, I believe the Chloranthy ring is still in this game, but I don't think you can get it until way later. So, you know, being able to have something that restores your stamina, like recovery, like increases the time early game, is a no-brainer. So, guys, another door that you can open with the master key that you can't normally open. So, and here's our buddy in here. So again, we're just gonna have to backstab him to death. It's gonna take a while to kill him because he's literally wearing stone armor. Now, this guy's name's Havel the Rock, funnily enough. And he drops a good ring that we're going to need. But you really got to watch him, because while he is just doing those sort of big overhead attacks, if one of those hits you, you're dead. It's just a one shot. Because he's, you know, he's really, really strong. But luckily, the backstab is stronger. But yeah, if he hits you, your guard's going to be broken, and it's gonna one shot you, because you're not really meant to be in here. But because we have the master key, we can unlock it. So. Alright, I was worried there for a sec. I thought that one was going to get us. But he's nearly dead, guys. Hopefully another couple of backstabs should do it. So. Oh! Yep. Perfect example, guys. Had the shield up, and yeah, he just absolutely flattened us. Oh. Jeez, guys, I honestly feel like just... Oh. Now the disappointment is real, my god. I can't even believe that. We were going so well. I was like, oh, you know, I'm talking about how hard he is, and look, we're just going to beat him. And then, yeah. Wow. Alright. Jeez, after that, guys, I just feel like just finishing this stream. To be honest, that's so disappointing. We were going so well, too. Damn. Ah, well. These things happen, guys. He's still going to be there. Well, I mean, he's rock hard, because he's wearing stone armor, so he's rock hard. What's sus about it? Okay. So I'm gonna backtrack a little bit to go back and fight him. I could go back the way I came, but I don't really want to go back down that way again. So I'll come back through here and kill these guys quickly. Whoa. Okay, or not. You know what, guys? I'm really not having a good run. This has been really not how I planned on this going. So let's just act like I didn't almost get killed there, and we're just gonna go back this way. Go back the way you know. So I don't know if any of you remember, but there was a door that we didn't open in the first one because I said, hey, it'll lead to a pretty strong enemy and we're not going to be able to kill him. And that's where that leads. So he's in a tower, and he's at the bottom of the tower, and the top end is up in the undead parish where we were, and then, or the undead burg, and then the bottom lower level is in the gardens. So, see what I mean about the world sort of being a bit of a sandwich? Consider sort of Filing Shrine being on the top piece of the bread. Okay. Oh. Okay, this is why I hate four-directional rolling. God, I hate four-directional rolling. Okay. You know what, guys? We beat a boss, and we've upgraded our weapon, so that's been a bit of progress there. So you know what, guys? I'm going to leave it off here because I think this run's cursed. So I won't be streaming tomorrow night, but we will be picking it up again Monday. So make sure you all tune in then. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and lets me know that you guys are liking my content. So I will see you in the next one, which is going to be on Monday. We're not going to be streaming tomorrow, so just remember, guys. Alright, have a good night.